Hello, everyone. Welcome. We just wanted an opportunity to have folks learn a little bit more about ReadySkill and our upcoming pathway program, the Feeding America pathway. So we'll keep this short, about 20 minutes. We just want to share a little bit about who we are and our programs. We are recording this session today for those who can't make it, but we're glad you're here with us live. So with that, I will turn things over to my colleague, Jason, who is our growth and partnership lead here at ReadySkill. And he's just going to share a few words about who we are, kind of where the idea for ReadySkill came from, and our mission. So Jason, I'll kick it over to you.
Thanks, Emily. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jason Melton. As Emily mentioned, I'm our growth and partnership lead here at ReadySkill, located here in Central Ohio. So ReadySkill is born and being incubated out of the Mid-Ohio Food Collective. We are the initial thoughts that got ReadySkill kicked off was we were looking at some data and how can we help people achieve more by empowering the talent of tomorrow. So when you look at some of these figures, student loan debt continues to grow. A large portion of people are stopping their academic experience or their skilling or educational journey for non-academic reasons. From an employer perspective, more than half of employers are going to significantly need to reskill people in the next few years, and it's expensive to recruit, onboard, and train one individual. And this last statistic is particularly compelling, that the likelihood of getting out of a cycle of poverty after 7 years is pretty low if you're not given support and the opportunity. And so since we're being born out of the Mid-Ohio Food Collective, our founder and leader, Nick Davis, who is the chief platform officer at the Mid-Ohio Food Collective, said, in order to solve hunger, we need to address poverty. So that's what we're working on here at ReadySkill. We are working to empower people, empower the talent of today for the jobs of tomorrow. I mentioned we are born and being incubated out of the Mid-Ohio Food Collective, and we have a number of community partners and institutions and organizations that are walking this journey with us. You can see some of those initial founding partners listed here, and there are more on our website. Go ahead, Emily. So in that mission, we are looking to provide holistic support for individuals along their skilling journey. We're bringing together skilling pathways, universities, and skilling partners, as well as social service providers. So one of our key objectives here is to reduce the barriers that get in the way when life happens for people on their skilling journey. So we want to connect people with those social service providers and opportunities to be supported in order to increase the likelihood that individuals will be successful along their skilling journey. We're also going to bring together coaching and mentoring partners to provide support, navigation, and guidance along that journey. And finally, we're working with employers and career service organizations so that employers have a view into a pipeline of skilled and diverse talent to meet their growth objectives for their business. And so the way we're doing that, here's a great 30,000-foot view of what the ReadySkill experience looks like. We're launching our mobile app later this year. So it's a mobile app that you can see connects people with the social services to support them along their skilling journey. So if you need food or housing, childcare, healthcare, we will match you with providers and provide referrals to those organizations to support individuals along their skilling journey. So we're striving to have ReadySkill be an all-in-one platform to help match people with career pathways and skilling opportunities, match them and provide them with the social service support necessary to be successful along that skilling journey, and providing employers a view into this pipeline of skilled and diverse talent to meet their goals and objectives. And I'll turn it back over to Emily to share the details of our Feeding America pathway.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jason, for that high-level view of what we're trying to do here. We're really passionate about helping learners find their best opportunity and recognize that there's a lot more to success than just learning a skill, which is there's a lot of programs out there that just provide the skill. We want to look at the whole person and make sure they're supported. So we're kicking off our first pathway program that's just sponsored by Feeding America. It starts in a few months in February 2022. We are looking for 50 individuals who want to earn a certificate in either TABLEAU Data Analytics or SALESFORCE Administration. Both of those certificates are provided by Franklin University. And while you go through that certificate, we'll support you with social services, coaching, and career services and support so you can get to that better paying job. And we'll talk a little bit more about those services shortly. There are no prerequisite courses required for either certificate. All you need to, the only requirements are that you live in Central Ohio, that you have a high school degree or GED, and have a laptop or personal computer that's able to run software, is internet connected, because this program is fully online. The program is also free to you as the learner. As I mentioned, it's funded by Feeding America and some of our employer partners. So a little bit more information about the certificates themselves. Again, this is either in SALESFORCE Administration or TABLEAU Data Analytics. Each certificate contains 3 courses, each of which are 6 weeks long. So the total certificate runtime is 18 weeks. You can expect to spend about 10 to 15 hours a week on the course. They're designed to be very flexible for adult learners. So the entire program takes place online. There are regular meet times, but all the sessions are recorded so you can catch up as needed. And you'll have an instructor to help you throughout the course, and you'll be in the class with your fellow pathway peers. So it was very important to us. I think there's a lot of programs out there that are self-paced that you don't have an instructor you can go to and get help and get the support you need. It was very important to us to have that aspect for this program. So why TABLEAU? Why SALESFORCE Administration? You may be wondering which program is right for me. And importantly, you don't need to decide now. You can be unsure and still apply to the program. We'll help you figure out which program might be the best fit. So a little bit about each. The TABLEAU is a very popular data visualization tool, and the industry around data analysis is growing quite rapidly, as I'm sure you've seen in the news or job hunting. You'll learn the foundations of data analysis, including SQL, Tableau, and statistics. It's a lot of working with spreadsheets and having that sort of analytical mindset. Data analysis is used in many careers itself, but the certificate will prepare you to be a business analyst or data analyst. Like I said, very much a growing field, and the median salary is $74,000 a year. And then SALESFORCE Administration. Salesforce is the most popular customer relationship manager that's used today. It's used over by 300,000 businesses. So it's used to track contacts and clients. This could be in a healthcare setting or at a university or at a vendor relationship where you're doing sales. So it's used to manage interactions. And you'll learn how to use Salesforce, run reports, build dashboards, so you can be prepared for a role as an account manager or a sales representative or CRM administrator, and where the median salary is $84,000 a year. So two very much in demand careers, and that's one of the reasons we selected these 2 programs. But most importantly, we know that technical skills alone are not enough to get and be successful in that higher paying job. So here are some other very important things that we want to support you with while you go through this skilling journey. This is sort of the overall timeline for this Feeding America pathway. You'll start with us in February 2022, where we'll help you select which certificate is the right fit. You'll meet with a case manager who can help you with any social services you might need or be eligible for. So you'll be in the best position to focus on that certificate. That could be food support through the Mid-Ohio Food Collective, or something like rent and utilities, help you get connected and apply for some public assistance programs. That's the role that the case manager will play with you. You'll also meet with a coach who can help you identify and work towards your goals. As you go through the program, we'll also help you with career support. So we'll work on resumes and interviewing and getting prepared to learn. And we'll also connect you with our network of employers. So once you've completed that certificate, we'll help you find that better paying job. So we really want to be looking at the whole person and supporting you, kind of a one-stop shop to launching your new career. So logistics, how to apply. If all this sounds good to you and you're interested, please do apply. Our application is on our website. It's very straightforward. Kind of the personal touch is that you'll have a 30-minute conversation with a team member from ReadySkill. At 20 to 30 minutes, we'll keep it short. We'll do a Zoom or a phone call and just learn a little bit more about why you're interested in the program and what you're kind of looking for to get out of something like the Feeding America pathway. You can also ask questions at any time for applications at readyskill.io. And again, this program is free. So there's really no reason not to apply if you're thinking about it, or you have somebody in your network where you think might be interested or might be a good fit for this program. We certainly encourage you to reach out with any questions. We are here and able to help you think about what that next step might be. And finally, just wanted to kind of circle back to what we're trying to do at ReadySkill. We really believe that supporting the whole person, we can make a difference, and that our learners, by being supported, will be ready to take that next leap, whether it's a promotion or a new job or a new career, whatever it is. We want to meet you where you're at to help you achieve those future goals. So that is the very swift elevator pitch of what we're doing here at ReadySkill. So I want to make sure that I answer any questions that you might have as well.
Emily, we had a question come in. Kay asked, hi, really interesting. Can you talk a bit more about how a coach can help me? Why is it important?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. I think that there's a lot of definitions of what coaching is out there. So we'll share a little bit about our philosophy. So a coach will help you chart out a plan for your development and your career. So these sessions will be one-on-one, they'll be personalized and with trained coaches who can help you identify your needs and goals. That can be as specific as, hey, I have an interview tomorrow. Can we talk and strategize about what that might look like? Or as broad as, what do I want to do with my life to help me figure that out? So we think that really personalized support with a trained coach will be absolutely integral to your success as you take that next step. Great question.
Thanks, Kay. Thank you for the answer.
Thanks, Kay.
Any other questions out there?
Questions, concerns, thoughts? We'd love to hear it. And that's fine if we got nothing. Hopefully that means that we explained it thoroughly.
Got another question here. How many times can I meet with a coach?
That's a great question too. So the ReadySkill, you'll have a personalized ReadySkill navigator who will help you determine what the right strategy is in terms of working with a case manager and working with your coach. So we are targeting for you to have at least 3 coaching sessions with a coach. I think that, and they'll be spread out throughout the program, so you can kind of make your development plan and make some progress and work with that coach throughout. So that being said, us at the ReadySkill team as well are always available to help troubleshoot and figure out what next steps might be, and something you're struggling with, we can help you get you pointed in the right direction too. So we really think that there'll be a whole team of support behind you on this journey. This is really great. It is, Venti. It is absolutely free to the learner. It is fully funded. We have a lot of community support and folks who are behind us rallying around this group of learners. So we're really excited to be able to present you with this program cost-free. So that is an important commitment of ours. And we have another question about why Franklin University. It's a great question as well. So Franklin's expertise is really in helping adult learners. We recognize that the barriers to continuing or restarting your education can be high. So we wanted to work with an institution that knows the type of folks that we want to work with, and that understands the support and flexibility that our adult learners need. So that's a great question. And we have been just continually impressed with the work that Franklin has done.
Yeah, I'll add, Emily, that for all the employers I talk with, employers are increasingly less concerned about where your degree or credential is from. I one time had a university president tell me that after you get a job, you either can or you can't, you do or you don't. And so I believe that's the perspective with many of the employers I talk to. We hear in the news all the time that, hey, I can't find people. And that's really, what they're looking for is somebody with demonstrated capability to solve a particular skill that the employer needs to address their business needs. So it's less important more and more where you went to school, and more important that you can do once you have that new job. And we got a couple of, here's a question.
Yep.
Matthew asked, I know this program is free for learners. Are there any disqualifiers why you wouldn't be accepted into the program, e.g. not being on Ohio benefits?
Yep, another great question. No, there are no minimum threshold. There's no minimum threshold or requirements that you be on any type of public assistance or have an income, minimum or anything like that. That interview process is to just determine that you're in kind of the right place to take on this. It is a commitment. As you can see, it's about 6 months. And with that learning program taking about 10 to 15 hours a week, we just kind of want to get a feel for if you're in the right space to take this on, how else we can support you. But in terms of being benefits eligible or anything like that, no, there's no requirements there.
Thanks, Emily. We've got a question in the Q&A here. I'm not so great with numbers or confident with technology. Is that okay?
That's another great question. So we will work with you in that first readiness period to determine kind of where your level of skill is. It could be a situation where you start the program and you're like, this is not a right fit. I'm struggling with the content. We'll help you and support you with what you might need, but we maybe find another program for you down the road that may be a better fit. So this is not a one-stop or one-shot opportunity. We'll have other programs coming online soon, but we'll also work together to figure out what level you're at and direct you to some resources around getting that comfort with technology as well. So great question.
Great questions, everybody. We appreciate the dialogue.
Fantastic. I love it. We'll give it another minute or so. This has been wonderful. And so this recording will be available if you've registered for the webinar. So feel free to share it with others as well.
We got a question in the Q&A. Once enrolled, are there factors that could have a participant withdrawn, such as not logging in, etc.?
So that's another great question. And so that's something that we'll work on together. Our goal is to help everyone with the right help at the right time. So we're not going to be like, you're kicked out today because you missed 2 classes. We'll work with you to kind of figure out what's going on, how we can support you. If it's something where you need to put a pause on things, we'll have that conversation. But the expectation is that we'll get you to that completion, get you to that certificate. So there's not like an attendance requirement or anything like that, but we'll work together to figure out a strategy so that we can support you on this journey.
Thanks, Emily. Somebody asked, Kay asked, can I refer my friends? And the answer to that, guys, is absolutely yes, please.
Absolutely, yes.
I think it'd be great to have some friends in the program together. We had another question come in. Does this program funnel into specific jobs, or is it the responsibility of the program participant to find their own job after they complete?
So I think we are thinking about it as a collaborative process, right? So we're not saying you have to go work at one of our employer partners. No, we are hoping to open some doors for you with our employer partners. We'll work together on the resumes, the interviewing, the LinkedIn profiles. We'll set you up with the best possible portfolio and then open those doors to the employer partners. We don't want to tie you to any specific employers and vice versa, right? So we want it to be a process where you're finding the right fit. So, in terms of like whose responsibility it is, we'll be working together help get you find that better paying job.
And part of our platform is designed to have an employer portal so that hopefully those employers are finding you. That's part of the thing I do every day is reach out to employers to make them aware. We're working on after the first of the year, an employer campaign to get more employers to come to the platform to look for the folks that are going through our program. So they seem hungry for the opportunity to have a place to find. But whenever I mentioned to them that we are going to have a pipeline of skilled and diverse talent, they said how soon. So all the employers I've talked to are excited for that opportunity. We had another question come in. Do you anticipate any job fairs?
Yeah, absolutely. That is definitely on our radar and plan to incorporate as you sort of get to the end of that skilling journey, as you have those skills and we work with a coach and get to a point where you're ready to look at those employers. That's absolutely part of our plan, is to connect you with, like I said, open those doors to those employers. And that could be via job fair, that could be something we're hosting or we're participating in, that will help connect you to. So great question.
Next question was, you talked about social services and social services, which we know are hard to navigate and coordinate. How will ReadySkill help with that?
Ooh, Jason, do you want to take that? I think that would be a good question for you to answer.
Sure. So that is at the core of what ReadySkill is working to do, is connect people with those social services proactively. So during our intake process, we'll say, what kind of challenges might you have to be successful along this journey? Do you need childcare, healthcare, transportation, food, housing stability, and so on? And then we work to match you and connect you with the providers of those social services in order to support you along that journey. So not only that, we've incorporated an integrated communication channel. So where oftentimes if you're working with multiple social service providers in an ecosystem, you have to deal with emails and text messages and a variety of other things. And we have an option here that allows all of your support ecosystem and community to communicate in one common platform. So we really are looking forward. This is the piece when it comes up in conversations with people that have been doing workforce development for a career. When they see the integration of the job matching and social service support, the most frequent sentence we hear is, this is the missing piece. So we really want to reduce the barriers to navigating those social service programs and make it easier. Another question came in. I came in late. You said the person needs to be a Columbus resident to qualify. Is it Columbus specifically, Emily, or just Central Ohio?
Central Ohio. So you do not have to be in Columbus proper, or Franklin County proper, but Central Ohio is kind of our first area we'll be supporting. So like I said, everything is fully online. So awesome. These are fantastic questions. You know, Andrea, I'll have to get back to you on that. I will follow up with you specifically. I hate to say it, I am not based in Central Ohio, so I can't list them off the top of my head.
It used to expand almost every day. Right now it's you know, if you have somebody and you're wondering, and Emily, I'll have that conversation with you. We are working, as a matter of fact, we're continuing, I know, absolutely getting more traction going out east towards Appalachia and that space. We're having a conversation with some partners that have launched some very public programs in the Appalachia state that we're working on potential partnership for. So right now, I would say we're taking you know, all applicants, and we want to figure out if it's the right fit at the right time right now. So let's have that conversation. Another question came in.
Go ahead. Sorry.
What does the application process look like, and when would I know if I've gotten it?
Great question. And that's what I was just about to say as well, is that if you have any questions about your specific situation or somebody you might want to refer a specific situation, again, do not hesitate to reach out. We are making ourselves very available and want to help. You know, it's our commitment to help everyone who comes through our virtual door as in any way we can. So the application process is very straightforward, as I mentioned. Actually, Jason, if you wouldn't mind maybe dropping the link in the chat while I'm talking.
Absolutely.
It's just a very brief application with some basic demographic information, what you might be interested in. Should take you under 5 minutes to do. And then from there, myself or one of our other team members will reach out to schedule a very brief conversation, about 20-30 minutes. This can be over Zoom, it can be over on a phone call, whatever works for you. And we'll just get to know each other better. We'll kind of talk about what the program is, what track you might be interested in, whether it's Salesforce administration or Tableau data analytics. We will just chat about that, why you're interested, why you think ReadySkill, kind of what jumped out about ReadySkill to you. And so we'll have that conversation, and we are doing rolling admissions. So you should hear from us within a couple of weeks as we're making these decisions. And then, like I said, we'll get started February 1. 2022, which is just around the corner, as you know. So we want to make it short, easy for you, and flexible. But like I said, if you have any specific questions, by all means, please do reach out at that. I'll send the email.
When is the final application deadline?
Oh, we don't have a strict deadline. I would encourage you to get it in by mid-January. It can be later January too. We'll work with you and figure it out. So I would say we'd like to have folks in by when we're getting started in early February. So would encourage you over the next 6 weeks to apply, and so we're not rushing there right at the end. So awesome. Well, we're almost at time. So we'll wait one more second if there's one more.
I'll just add, while we're looking, why it's called the Feeding America Pathway. So since we are part of the Mid-Ohio Food Collective, we are part of the Feeding America Network. And Feeding America has generously sponsored our pilot in Central Ohio. We're actually part of an 8-city program in partnership with Feeding America, HSBC, and Microsoft. And this is the first pilot region for this, as we're in discussions with the other 7 about when is the right time to do something in their regions as well.
Awesome. Well, we will end this right at the hour here. It's been lovely chatting with you guys today. Thank you so much for the great questions. And like I said, please don't hesitate to apply. Tell your friends. We are working throughout the holidays. So if you want to apply over the next couple of weeks, no problem. I'll be here. So it was great to hear from you, and don't hesitate to reach out.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys.